Hello and welcome to my channel and my new video. Over here I have the Gshock GW-9500 and I'm gonna show you how to set the time, date and other watch functions. So let's get started. From the standard timekeeping mode, and that is the mode where the watch tells the time, press and hold the adjust button until you hear the beep. So let's go, press and hold, and there it is. Now we are in the position of setting our home city. You can shuffle your home city by pressing the upper right button, the compass button, or the altimeter button over here. My time zone is the Paris time zone, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Next up, press the mode button, and we move on to setting our DST value or our daylight saving time mode. Currently it says auto, but you can shuffle it by pressing the altimeter button over here between on, off, or auto. I'm gonna leave it at auto. Next up, press the mode button once again, and now we are setting our 12 or 24-hour timekeeping mode. Where here it's flashing 24-hour, which means that I'm in the 24-hour time format. I can shuffle it by pressing the altimeter button, and it will go between 12 or 24-hour time format. When it's in the 12-hour time format, the PM indicator will be over here. I'm gonna leave it at 24-hour time format. Next up, press the mode button once again, and now we are setting our seconds value. You cannot set the exact value of seconds, but what you can do is reset that value to 0 simply by pressing the altimeter button over here, and it will go to 0. Next up, press the mode button once again, and we are setting our hour value. It is flashing 23, but you can decrease it by pressing the compass button, or increase it by pressing the altimeter button over here. Once done with that, press the mode button, and we move on to setting our minutes value. Decrease the minutes value by pressing the compass button, or increase it by pressing the altimeter button. Once done with that, press the mode button once again, and now I'm setting my year value over here. 2023 flashing, which means I can set my year value or decrease it by pressing the compass button, or increase it by pressing the altimeter button. Once you find your correct year, press the mode button again, and now I'm setting my month value. Number 8 corresponds to the month of August, but I can decrease it by pressing the upper right one or lower right button. Next up, press the mode button once again, and now you're setting your day value. Number 28, you can shuffle it or decrease it by pressing the upper button or lower right button until you get it to the correct day value. Once done with that, press the mode button again, and now you are setting your button operation tone. You can shuffle it by pressing the altimeter button and basically mute your watch or unmute your watch. Leaving it at key indicates that the button operation tones are turned on. Once you've set your button operation tone, press the mode button, and now you are setting your illumination duration. Number 1, flashing, indicates that when I press the illumination button to illuminate the screen, the watch face will stay lit on for 1.5 seconds. By pressing the altimeter button, now we have number 3 flashing, which means that when I press the illumination button to illuminate the screen, it will stay on for 3 seconds. So by pressing the altimeter button, you are shortening or prolongating your illumination duration between 1.5 seconds and 3 seconds. I'm gonna leave it at 1.5 seconds. Next up, press the mode button, and now I'm setting my power saving option. It is turned on, but you can shuffle it by pressing the altimeter button between on or off. I'm gonna leave it at on, and once done with that, press the mode button. Now I'm setting my units value. These units correspond to my compass, barometer, altimeter, and my temperature readouts. We have flashing meters, hectopascals, and degrees in Celsius. By pressing the altimeter button over here, as you can see, I'm shuffling my values between meters or feet. So pressing the altimeter button changes between meters and feet in this case. I'm gonna leave it at meters. Next up, by pressing the barometer button, you are shuffling between inches per mercury or hectopascals. So again, by pressing the barometer button, you are shuffling between hectopascals or inches per mercury. Pressing the compass button, it shuffles your degrees. You have it right now in degrees Celsius, but I can shuffle it, as you can see over here, between Celsius and Fahrenheit. I'm gonna leave it at Celsius. Once I've set my units, I'm gonna press the mode button, and now I'm back at the beginning and setting my time zone, which means that we have ran through the cycle of setting the time, date, units, and other watch functions. To implement the settings, simply press the adjust button twice. So once, twice, and now the watch has implemented all of our settings and we have set our watch. That would be the tutorial video on the GW-9500. Thank you very much for watching, and if you are into watch-related content, please subscribe. So thank you.